Hello, welcome back to the Football Corner. Welcome back to another live stream, another show, another video on the channel. Big ups to everybody that is tuned in nice and early. Big ups to everybody that is watching on the replay. Make sure you're smashing that like button for me. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell so you're notified every time we go live, every time we post a video or do anything on the channel. Big ups to everybody that is tuned in. Big ups to Hellboy, of course. Big ups to Aaron and to Batman as well. Make sure to get that done, people, as well. Like and subscribe right there, man. Like and subscribe. Make sure to get that done for me, people. We are here for another episode of the Gooner Lounge, episode 19. We are here to talk about all types. I don't know what that is. We are here to talk all transfer news.
It's vibes.
Vibing in the lounge, man.
Hey, the Gooner Lounge, man. The best lounge to be in, man. The best lounge to be in. But listen, we are here to talk about all transfer. I think majority of this is going to be transfer. Well, all of it's going to be transfer news. I think that the whole title talk is... I've spoken about the title talk too much with Arsenal. We already know what games they have left. Okay, we can do a small segment. We can do a small segment towards the end.
I didn't get invited to them videos, innit? So I was just checking in.
Oh my god! Every single time we do a match reaction, we at least have 10 to 15 minutes, if not maybe 20, where we discuss the title race and what Man City are doing, what we're doing, bro, and who, if we think we're gonna win the title. But just for you, brother, we'll do it. It's a little 10-15 minute segment at the end where we'll speak about title race and all that.
Can I ask a quick question though? It'll be about it's a transfer talk question, isn't it? Because I'm seeing.
Can I go through the assigned deals that I'm gonna go through? Because I've got certain things to do. What was the question?
No, it was just a question about Partey, innit?
Yeah, no, we're not covering that in this video, bro. We're not covering that, bro. Because I already know that causes hella problems between people. So yeah, listen, we are going to be talking about all types of transfer news today. We're going to be talking about Jorginho with a brand new deal offered by the club. We are going to be talking about Gabriel Jesus up for sale. Let you get your bids in for Gabriel Jesus. We're also going to be talking about Yusuf Fofana, T's guy, linked to the club. We are going to be talking Bruno Guimarães. We are also going to be talking about Marcus Rashford, who's surprisingly linked to the club. No idea why, but yeah, do your thing. You know what I mean? We're going to speak about it. We're going to cover it all today in this episode. And as per Hooks asking very kindly, we will do a bit of a transfer talk, or we'll do a bit of a title talk as well. Title race, seeing and evaluating the last remaining games. I think they've got 4 games. We've got 3 games left. So we'll be having a look at them and seeing what's most likely the place where Man City will drop points. But sticking back onto the Arsenal transfer news. By the way, guys, I didn't even introduce the lads. What am I doing, man? What am I doing? This is such shameless behavior from me. I am joined by an incredible panel today.
Comments, please don't do drugs. That's what happens when you do drugs. You forget to introduce the lads.
Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. I haven't done drugs. The thing is, I know where it is. I actually had like 2 Snicker bars. So right now the sugar's in my head. So it's a bit mad. It's a bit mad right now. You know what I mean? I'm hyped up on sugar. Bro, can you relax? Can you relax? So can I introduce you now? There you are. Look at him, fraud. Listen, I'm joined by a brilliant panel today. I'm joined by T, the one and only. T stands for Turkish, as you already know. Yo. I am joined by the main man himself, Halftime Hooks in the building. If we go down to the bottom row, we are also joined by the man who is responsible for the brilliant and beautiful intro you see at the start of every single video. It's the main man, Dio, in the building. And last but not least, the main man himself, yeah, Mr. Positivity, bro. He will never say a negative word about Arsenal, bro. If you find me a video where he says a negative word about Arsenal, I'll give you £20. It's the main man himself, Martin, in the building, mate. Yes.
Martin, let's make a quick £20. You got to go record yourself saying something negative. I'll send it to Sad. You give me £20. I'll give you 15 and take 5.
Hey, it's not that hard, man. I said that we didn't play that well against Spurs or something. It was like seconds ago. Someone goes and find it. Easy £20.
Okay, good. So let me find it.
Listen, guys, we didn't shake hands on it. You know what I mean? So either way, it's a lose-lose situation.
Yo, what potion are you cooking up in your room, bro?
It's humidifier, man. My nose gets dry. Yeah, so I basically just threw in like all the humidifiers and the like 2 humidifiers so that everything here is there's moisture in the air.
Man said, "What kind of potion you cooking up, bro?" Man saw green and smoked. Man thought this is some potion bubbling up next to him.
He's in a Hogwarts class, bro.
No, so I'm making the final potion for the boys for the last game, the last 2 games. Yeah, the juju. The juju is there.
Let's go, man. The juju.
Nah, he's got 2 potions going. He's got the eternal life potion for the boys, and he's got the juju potion that's going to be given to the Man City people. And you know what I mean? They're going to take it.
Let me tell you the truth about it. The green one I'm mixing is for Tottenham. It's going to give them superpower like Asterix.
Yeah.
They're going to beat Man City. They're going to beat Man City because
that's
the only way they. Yeah, they just have to. They know I'm going to take over their spirits and control them like PS4. You're on PS5. I'll push the buttons so that
you're going to space jam them, huh?
I will space jam. I'm telling you, team, space jam them, full control.
But listen, lads, getting into the news, we might as well start off with a bit of breaking news today that came out. Jesus put up for sale. Looks like Arsenal are listening to offers for him. They're looking to possibly get rid of him and move on to another player. And obviously Hooks is already waving, so we already know what part what end of the line he stands for. He stands side of the line. Sorry.
It's time we have
Hooks.
to go.
What's your thoughts on this? Then go on. You start us off.
Do you know what? Yeah. I won't be a fraud then. I won't be a fraud. Like Jesus, yeah, he's a really good baller, yeah. But my problem with Jesus is after these knee surgeries, he has lost a lot of pace. Like he's lost a lot of his speed, man. And I mean, at this point, what left is there really for you to like? Don't get me wrong. Like if he could go through like a training program over the summer, and he could build up some of his fitness and he could get back to maybe like 85% of what he was in the first season that we had him. Cool. More than happy for you to stay. Nice guy. I like the way you play football. However, I feel like the resurgence, of Havertz has shown Arteta that he doesn't really need to be as reliant on Jesus as what he was. And maybe this is a good opportunity to get a bit of money for him. I could see him going somewhere like Spain, or maybe even Italy, give us a 40 million, something like that. And we can just invest that somewhere else in the squad. I mean, look, sometimes you just have to say goodbye. Do you know what I mean? And I do feel like, look, if we sell Jesus, but we don't sell Nketiah and Reece Nelson, then that's an L. Like that's a massive L. But if we sell all 3 of them, why not? Sometimes squads have to change, Like so. At least that's my opinion. Like I'm not like calling Arteta's phone saying 100% make sure that this happens. But if he goes, I'm not gonna cry about it.
Honestly,
anybody else got any thoughts?
I'm gonna take the opposite side because there's a tendency in this fan base to like only remember the last 3 games, and then like also there's the shiny new thing effect. And I'm not saying that Hooks is doing that, but when Van Dijk got injured, when he came back, he was crap for like that whole season, and Liverpool fans were like going, "Yeah, we need to get rid of Van Dijk. He's never coming back." Even myself, I said Partey was never going to come back to his level, and he's shown me wrong. So I think we need to pump the brakes a little bit on getting rid of Jesus because, one, he's a very multifunctional player, which Arteta loves. I don't think this stuff from James Gunnerblog is actually based on any talking to anyone. I think it's just like, well, we're putting 2 and 2 together here. Havertz is doing well. It's going to be hard for Jesus to get time. Maybe they should sell him. But when you look at who's got money in Europe to pay what we would want for Jesus to get our money back and then cover his wages, there's like only 5 clubs in world football that'll do that. And they won't take that gamble on a guy who's just hasn't come back properly from a big knee injury. So I think we're talking about something that won't actually be feasible for one reason or another. And I think we'll end up keeping Jesus.
First,
Hey.
Dímelo, mi gente. Where did this guy come
Mi
from?
gente! I know I've been missed, but I've missed you even more, fellas. I've missed you even more.
Oh my God,
Capo.
it's been too long, mate.
Been too long.
Yeah.
Been too long, bro. I've been stuck in meetings all week, man. Spring season is bearing hard over here.
It's too much money now. Too much money meetings. That's why we don't see you. Don't worry. You can look. You can pay for all of us to go to Barbados and just go chill. We can watch the final game of the season there. We don't mind. I know you have a private jet. I know you have it all. You know, I've done my research. I've Googled you. You're not just a capo. You're not just a capo. You are the capo.
Yo, Dio, just because you're being nice doesn't mean I ain't gonna cook you on this stream. You know what I mean?
Cook me. Me? Look, can you cook stone? Can you cook a stone? Can you cook stone? Exactly. That's the thing.
I would watch out. Capo's head is looking extra shiny today. So watch
Today,
out.
bro.
Hey,
Nothing's
the
coming
glare,
out.
bro. It's crazy, bro. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are.
That's my favorite thing, bro. But listen, are we? The thing is, because I'll quickly. Sorry, Dad. I'll quickly give you where I am, yeah, and then obviously we can have a discussion. Obviously, you can talk as well. But I think for me, the whole thing about Gabriel Jesus being sold, I understand he hasn't got the pace right now because he's back from injury and he's got this weird thing with this liquid in his knee or whatever it is, or this fluid in his knee that's causing him pain, causing problems for him. Yeah, but I still think I don't need him in the middle, just because if they're bringing this out, let's say for instance they're bringing this out because the Kai Havertz is doing well, or let's say Trossard can play there, or let's say that other players can play in his position. Okay, that's fine, because we are in desperate need of somebody on that right wing. We're in desperate need of somebody to back up Saka, and I feel like this moment in time, he is the one who can back up Saka. I think he's got the ability on the ball. I think his crossing is very good. If you've seen him cross on that right side before, it's actually very good if he crosses there. So you can use him as a player to cross. So you can use him as a player to cut in and try go pass across goal or across the box to try and find someone in the box. Do you know what I mean? So there's multiple ways we can still utilize him. But I also understand from the point of there's still, I think he's contracted until 2027. So maybe if this is true, maybe they're trying to get as much money as they can for him at this moment. Do you know what I mean? They're trying to get as much money as they can because they maybe want to go for somebody of a proper out and out striker, and maybe they got plans for somebody else on the wing. So what's your thoughts, Dio? Then what should we get rid of him?
I think we should keep him, man. Look, this is what I say. If you want to move like a big team, move like a big team. Keep your best players. I mean, of course, I hope that players like Eddie, Nelson, and ESR and Co are on the list to be out first. Let's get those guys out of there because we need that space to be filled up. And I'm not saying it because I don't like them. I'm saying it because if you're going to move like a big club, move like a big club. I don't mind having a Havertz as a substitute striker if we buy a better striker. I don't mind having a Gabriel Jesus off the bench for Bukayo Saka. You understand? Like these are the kind of players I want coming off the bench, or even starting the game, resting Saka and then bring Saka in the second half. You know what I'm saying? Like you want quality for quality. If you're going to move like a big club, why sell some of your best players, right? And then go and start looking for new ones to fill it up and then backups again. It's almost like rebuilding the whole thing. So we already have a resurgent Kai Havertz. If we buy a better striker, we put him in there. Kai can play in the FA Cup. Our strikers can play in the league. You know, I mean, you're putting out quality in every tournament that you go into next season. Same thing. If you get rid of Eddie, ESR, even Fabio Vieira, like he hasn't really given us much. I know there's a player in there, but I just want keep our best players, get rid of the ones that are not good enough, and get better players. If Gabriel Jesus has to come off the bench, let him come off the bench. But I want to look at a bench where it's like, you know what? If we fill this bench, we can still win any game. You know what I'm saying? Like if we change 5 players, you don't feel the difference. You know, so now that we're here and we're, you know, challenging again and we're at the top again, we're doing what we need to do, we're being run well as a club. We need to just act like big boys. I mean, for the Champions League quarterfinal already, we made almost 80 or 90 million euros just because we made it there from, and this is minus TV license rights and all that, so they can't say it's not money. And we've crossed the 3rd year of our FFP thing where we have a fresh start now. So this summer we are allowed to spend a lot more money. And owners can put almost 100 million as well. So if the owners can give us 100 million and the club is willing to spend 200, and we have another 80, 90 coming in from, you know, TV rights and Champions League, we're looking at a lot of money. So get rid of the players. I mean, I don't care how much you sell them for. This idea of the business must be good. I don't just empty that back room and get me better players. Get rid of Zinchenko, get rid of Eddie Nketiah, get rid of Reece Nielsen, get rid of ESR, get rid of Fabio Vieira. Who else? I don't mind the Jorginho contract because he becomes our new Mohamed El Neni. That's the kind of.
Don't worry. You don't need to go into it yet because we're gonna.
That's what I'm saying. Those are the kind of players you want. Like regardless, like, you know, when you have players like that coming off the bench, boom. So I think Jesus. I think we should keep him. A resurgent Jesus is going to be very dangerous, and like you said, he can play anywhere up front. So
he doesn't. But one thing we need to bear in mind with Jesus is he doesn't want to come off the bench.
No, but he has injury. No, but he has injury issues.
Like, he's now in the same scenario that he was in when he was at Man City, but
it's his injuries though.
Now it's his injuries.
It's his injuries that are causing him to come off the bench. And the truth is, he knows as well. You can't play 90 minutes in day out with that kind of injury. It's going to burst again, and then you're going to be out for another 4 months. So even he knows. He might not like it, but if your body is telling you, I'm just saying, I'd rather have him come off the bench, not get injured, have him all season, be coming off the bench and destroying teams for us in the second half. You know what I'm saying? 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 45, whatever it is, come in, destroy teams, cause chaos, score a goal if you can. Look at him in the Champions League, man, for God's sake. Look at that dude in the Champions League.
I don't think Jesus has much choice.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't have much choice. You're right. Yeah.
Because if you perform worse than someone like Alexander Lacazette, I don't think you have much right to talk, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? This guy, I agree with Deo in the sense that we have Havertz at the striker now, and if we buy an expensive striker like we're planning to, I don't think he at the striker, even as a bench player, will not fit anymore. And I think he needs to downgrade his role in this team if he wants to stay so far that he becomes Saka's, backup. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see him right now. Apart from that, I don't see him having life in this team. You know what I'm saying? Because Havertz is outperforming him in his first season. You know what I'm saying? It's different, bro. And and we are targeting strikers. We are targeting number 8s. You know what I'm saying? Jesus will not have a place in this team as a striker. The only place he will fit, in my opinion, is on the right wing. But Arteta maybe we'll see the left wing for him as well. You know what I'm saying? I think selling him, it's for me it's bittersweet because I've called this guy the biggest waste of money because of the fact of why we bought him, because we bought him as a goal scorer, and at the end he didn't deliver on his promise. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I still rate him as a player because I really think he's a good footballer, and I think him as a backup for Saka is the best scenario for both players because Saka can finally get some rest as well and blah blah blah. Someone who can challenge him realistically, because Jesus is not a bad player, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see him as a striker, just like I don't see Zinchenko as a left back. I do not see this guy as a striker. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't work at this moment in time, bro. And I
Did
agree
anyone,
with the
did
fact
anyone
that,
actually think he was going to score a bunch of goals when he came here? Because I
Yeah, I
felt like it
mean,
was fairly
what we saw in
obvious
Man
that
City.
he wasn't going
well,
to be a
because,
20 goals.
I
you know
didn't
what it
think
was
so.
with me, Martin. For me personally, I thought,
Yeah.
okay, at City he had back then he got Aguero and other players that he was behind. You know what I'm saying, Pauls, and he didn't get much chance, and they played him more on the wings, if I remember correctly, at the
Mhm.
end. You know what I'm saying? So I thought, for me personally, I thought, okay, City didn't give this guy much chance, and we are going to give him enough chances that he needs. He's going to play striker no matter what. He's not going to play the wings, and at the end, he didn't deliver, even though he had the chance at our club. And
I
I
yeah,
don't
feel like
think
we
I,
just need to be
I think
honest about it.
I think the expectations were too high um for what we expected him to do on a goal scoring front, because he's always not been clinical. Always. If you actually
But
look
he's
at him,
never
he's
really
always
in the
been
striker position. Like
he's
he's
never
running around doing
been,
everything else.
yeah. He's never been
but
clinical
you know
for
what the
me.
problem
He's
is,
never
Saad?
been clinical.
I'm not saying this guy needs to score 25, 30, 40 goals.
Yeah, I know.
This guy didn't even crack 15 goals in the Premier League, bro. I think most goals in one season was like 13, 14, bro.
But
You
he's
know what I'm saying?
never cracked that. That's what we're saying. He's never done that though in the past. Like, so I wasn't
Dio,
expecting him to come to Arsenal and score. Let me be honest with you. I just knew that he was a dangerous player to have on your team because he will cause havoc and he'll drag players to him. He'll cause penalties, and if he drags players to him in the box and he can release the ball to somebody else, they can score. Like that's how I'd always seen Gabriel Jesus. I just don't like his injuries. Like he's never scored 15. Even at City, he never scored 15 goals. Even before he came to City, he never scored 15 goals in his career. You know,
listen,
so
Yeah.
so I've
Jesus was
Didn't got the
Jesus,
chance at City though, and with us he did, and he still couldn't do it. And that's
Jesus
the
was
biggest issue.
overhyped, bro. Let's
yeah,
be
that's what I'm
honest.
saying. Yeah,
Just like Zinny, I honestly felt that Jesus and Zinny were good options for us at that time where we were going ahead and taking a step up. Right, we all got gas when we saw them in preseason, and we like what we saw. So we're looking at this squad at that time in the summer, saying, "Damn, if we could do this against Chelsea in preseason, he's going to have a lot more minutes with us." And then the injury came in, so obviously that was a big setback, right? And let's be honest, man, I would take a Jesus over what we had, Lacazette, and just to poison that was kind of being created with Aubameyang, even though there's no comparison there. Just to make that clear. But I think we were going in the right direction only because Arteta knew what he was getting in the players that he used to coach in Jesus. You know what I mean? So he gave him trust there. Now, obviously, the injury, like I said again, was a big issue, but I wouldn't get rid of Jesus. I've been saying this for months now, fellas. I've been in the camp where I've always felt that Jesus and Zinni are going to come to a point, especially where we want to push to, which is, winning trophies, that they are going to play an important role, just not as a starting 11, maybe as a starting, 16, because there's a lot of cups that we used to fight for that we're not fighting for now. So if we're going to go ahead and get the League Cups and the Carabao Cups and the FA Cups, we're going to need some older heads in their starting 11 surrounded by, enquiries. Let's just put it that way, because that's what we used to do in the past. But now it's to a point where with the contract that he has, yes, I understand why we would want to sell him. I wouldn't sell him unless it was recouping his money that we paid for him over at City. And I'm just looking at it as I think it would make a lot more sense for us to push him in the wing, right wing. He's not going to get as many minutes as he wants, but it gives him and his body enough time to recoup from game to game. So where we really need him, he goes ahead and he could start. Now, for me, the spine is the most important thing. I know we're going to talk about Jorginho, but that's where I would dedicate.
That's next. If you
That's
where I would
dedicate.
Yeah,
that would dedicate definitely everything to my spine moving forward, because I think that's something that we've been lacking for quite a while now. Obviously, defensive midfielder was a big option. Losing Aubameyang, Havertz is pulling through. Got to give him his flowers, but I just need to see consistency from Havertz, and having players like Jesus, Havertz, Zinni, whatever on the bench, and bringing in some big potentials is only up from here, man. So,
can I just say one thing about Jesus?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
He's the kind of player, like, you know, when we were playing against Bayern away at the Allianz and you're looking around our team, who's going to take the ball and make something in this situation? He's one of the only players capable of doing that in our team. And if we're going to let him go, we can't do it without having someone as a replacement and a big moments player. Now, if someone's going to go, hey, here's 60 million, bring him to Saudi, sure, take that money and run, right? Absolutely. But Arsenal is a club where when you've got a commodity that you want to sell, you don't sell it when it's like it looks like crap. You've got to do it up to like it's, you know, shiny best condition. Yeah. And we can't sell him unless he's in his best condition. And if we win the league and then he gets back to full health, yeah, you can sell him for like 70, 80 maybe later on. But it'd be silly to like take 30 for him now and not have that game-changing type player. Even though he won't score the goal, he'll take 5 defenders out of the game and make it possible to score. So yeah.
I think I would be disappointed if I were Jesus as a professional, knowing that I've had these injuries, knowing where I came from in Man City, and not being able to get that opportunity or show, you know, the gaffer and the fans that, hey, you know, you guys see I'm a baller, but I can't put the ball in the back of the net. Let's be honest, man. He just needs consistent minutes. But I think it's to the point now where we're going to see him get those consistent minutes in important games, not counting on him every goddamn, you know, game week in, week out.
Sadly, his body is not designed for consistency, but consistent in the sense that, like you said, in big games, bring him in and let him just make a change and, you know, do what he does best. But on a daily, like playing regularly, I think he can still come back from this injury, but we have to manage him properly, which means if we have him on the bench and we bring in a new striker and we have Havertz on the bench, we have a bunch of people on the bench that we can just turn around and be like, all right, come control the game. You get in 30 minutes, you know. Eventually, once his body is fully healed, then he can come back and fight for his number 9 shirt with whoever the striker is.
It's a risk, though.
Yeah, no. But the thing is, I would rather have a fit Gabriel Jesus that plays 11, 12 games a season, and in those 12 games makes an impact and we win, right? By managing his injury properly, than actually selling him and bringing somebody who's an understudy to another striker, hoping that this person is also going to score. I know he can cause problems already. Like, as long as he's fit and he's good, we know he can cause problems.
Gents, he wears a number 9 for Brazil. I mean, that's I know he doesn't score the goals, but let's just be honest. Like, they're not going to give Jesus number 9 if they didn't think that the kid could do something. In the international level. So I think more than just a player, I think what he can do for Saka, give him that competition. Now Saka knows, oh, damn, I got Jesus behind me. He's older than me. He's been around the block. He played at Manchester City. I think it's just valuable to the squad. Yeah. So bringing in a younger player to Saka is not going to look at that and get threatened by it, in my opinion. But you know, we'll see what.
The most annoying thing about this conversation is that the fact that we didn't hear one thing about a club coming in for Nketiah, bro. But we are hearing stuff about Jesus, bro. That just annoys me so much, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that just gives me this little fear that maybe Nketiah will stay at the end. You know
Jesus, Nketiah gone, bro.
There's like 4 clubs. There's like 4 clubs looking at Nketiah because you guys don't look at it. Most people, honestly speaking, and especially Arsenal fans that don't like
Ipswich.
No.
Crystal Palace, West
Ham, Crystal Palace have asked after Nketiah. They've even offered, like, people are offering. It's just that it's not making top news because he's not a main player for us. The reason you hear about Gabriel Jesus is he's considered one of our main players. So if there's a news about main players, you will hear it.
TK, you didn't hear the
like ESR. They're asking after ESR as well. Newcastle is asking after ESR. Chelsea has asked after ESR.
I know that,
right? Yeah. So there's clubs asking for all these other guys, but you won't really hear about it because they're not key players. But if Edu
and Aito are in Saudi Arabia to get them, 100 million for Nketiah. That's what I heard.
Well, Edu was in Saudi as well. Yeah, Saudi clubs are going to come.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to go ahead and get that payday for Nketiah.
If you guys would stop crapping on him, we might actually sell him for some money.
Nah, bro, that man is buried in shit.
Listen, whatever we sell him for, the bottom line is he's an academy product, so it's 100% profit for us. This is not like, oh, we spent a dime on him or whatever it is. Like whatever we sell him, ESR and any academy person for, according to the books, it's 100% profit. So even if somebody comes and pays 25 million, that's 25 million from the academy. His academy contract was zero. His academy contract was zero. We haven't literally, like, let's be honest. So I don't really players like that. I'm not, and like the thing is, and I'm not even sentimentally attached to any player. I'm attached to my club. Whatever makes my club better is what I'm going for. You know, so I don't care how much you want to sell academy players for. It's 100% profit. We didn't spend no money to get them. We're not losing anything for whatever we get from them. It's all profit. So here, take them away, empty that space. Whatever you've gotten, take your Champions League money, take the 100 mil from the owners, take what the club wants to spend.
The most beautiful thing is number 14 would be available again for a proper striker. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
somebody that
there's only someone special. Someone special, bro. That number needs to stay.
I'm not even attached to that number. The only person I'm attached is Henry wearing the number. Anybody else can. I don't care. Yeah, I don't listen. Nobody's going to do justice to that number like Henry. Nobody.
No, but you have to will ever, you have to respect the number though.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't listen.
You have to respect the number.
I only respect the number.
Henry, the only time that Eddie got me out of my seat was last year when we beat Man United 3-2.
Henry made that number. If Henry did not wear that number was nothing. When Henry came back to the club, did he get his 14? No, he got number 12. Did he complain? No, he did not.
Wait.
Whoa. Number 29 is out there. Number 29 is out there.
No, that's because number 12 was the number that Henry originally
wore. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Henry
wasn't vacated at the time.
I know, but but what I'm saying is, Hooks, what I'm saying is Henry has won multiple numbers, right? He's won 12, he's won 14. He made 14 iconic for us. He made the number iconic. I don't care about the number, I care about Henry. So if anybody wants to wear it, nobody can do that number justice like he did. So it doesn't matter to me, right?
No, but there's gradations, bro. Like I shouldn't be seeing Eddie and Ketia wearing the same number.
We should do an NBA and just retire numbers.
Listen, I'll be so real. I'll be so real with you guys. The fact that Nketiah has gotten this much airtime on this stream makes me want to throw up, bro. In my mind, the reason, do you know why Eddie Nketiah is not in the title? He's gone for me, bro. The fact that this guy hasn't even got pitch, bro. He hasn't even touched grass, bro. In the last 5 to 10 games, bro.
No, that's all he does is touch. That's all he does. That's all he does is touch grass.
Bro,
because he skates all over the goddamn floor.
Bro, listen, the boots is just, bro. It's listen. Anyway, I want to move on to Jorginho because I want to speak about this deal because I think obviously we can speak about this for a bit. What do you guys think about this Jorginho deal? Because I think it's interesting that they've done this now. I think we needed to see something from Jorginho before we signed a deal like this, and. In my opinion, no, we did, because before he looked old and he looked like he couldn't do nothing, bro. He looked like he was too old to be in this league. You're saying no now in hindsight, but before I guarantee you were thinking like that, bro. Please,
bro,
you can't tell me before this whole thing happened. You
don't even know I'm happy about the deal.
Okay, let me just give my piece then. Listen, I think Jorginho for me, he's a good backup. A good backup, maybe a backup to the backup. I think he's gonna be the El Neni of the whole situation now. But he is. He's gonna come in when you need somebody to sort of game out. Broski, you don't understand. I really don't think you know what level you're in anymore, Hooks. What? Bro, you're not in the Jorginho level anymore, bro. We're about to enter. So don't be disrespectful, like as if this guy is like as if this guy is 28, 29, bro. He's De Bruyne levels. He's De Bruyne levels, and I'm saying, let's bench De Bruyne. Let's let him be the backup to the backup.
He has a nice PK. He takes nice PKs, bro. That's what
it
is.
Well, like Jorginho has been good this season, bro. But stop acting like he's Xavi or Iniesta, bro. Please. Well,
Oh,
like
who
he's been a good player. He's been a good servant for this
who
season.
even said that?
The way
But
you're
let's not
the
You're
way
not even Xabi Alonso,
But
bro.
the way you're talking about him, though, it sounds a little condescending. Let me just say this.
Very.
Look, listen,
El
yeah, you
Neni.
can say, no, hold on. You can say that Jorginho looked old before he came to Arsenal because of the club he was at. The toxicity in Chelsea made a lot of players look crap. We can say the same thing for Kai Havertz, who was there. We can say the same thing for a lot of players. So now they're in an environment where they are thriving, and you're seeing, hold on, he may not have speed, but he has one thing, right? Which is a lot of experience. You see him controlling players on the pitch. You see him telling them where to stand. He probably made one mistake this season, against Tottenham, where he slipped, where they scored 2 goals, where they drew 2-2. That's probably the only game where I've seen Jorginho make a mistake this season. I just like the fact that we have people like that with that kind of experience coming off the bench. That's the beauty of having a Jorginho.
Would you feel comfortable? Would you feel comfortable with a Jorginho and ESR and Vieira in front of him?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I would not. Of course not.
So we need engines. We need engines around him.
What part of I like having a Jorginho on the bench? Did you not hear?
No, I'm just asking. So for the games that we need him to play, for the games that we would need him to play, are we going to play a Declan Rice and an MO? So you're saying he's on the bench, right?
Yeah, he's on the bench
playing with the MOs and the Declan Rices in a Premier League game unless
he will
definitely need to.
Like I said, he will come in for the role that he can play as for example, if I played Declan as a 6 in this game and I played maybe stupidly, I played Kai Havertz and I play maybe Odegaard in midfield, and then my front three I played them, whatever the case is. Yeah, and I'm saying like, okay, fine, because I want Kai to be like a fake second striker or whatever. Bottom line is, if I look at the game, I can say, okay, you know what, Deckers, I want you to go to 8 now. Bring a Jorginho in, take out the Kai Havertz. I can do that because I know Declan Rice can also help him as an engine to back. But I know that that Jorginho is secure with the ball when he gets the ball. Positioning is good. He's just not fast. But I would rather have him than have a Mohamed El Neni come off the bench. I would rather have him than have, somebody else without any experience of that level coming off the bench. So I'm happy to have him on the team as a bench player. Give him another year's contract. He's old. He's gotten his coaching license. He looks like he's somebody who knows ball. I mean, the guy has his CV is mad. He looks like someone who knows ball. Probably retire and join the coaching staff, the back room, start with the under-18s. We need all of that. We need kids to look at an European champion winner, right? And we need our academy kids to be like, yo, that's the assistant coach for the under-18s.
A Ballon d'Or.
He just hit the nail. He just hit the nail on the head. And he just hit the nail on the head. And when I said it, they looked at me like as if I was a prick. But when they're saying it, they're trying to nice it in better words, bro. When I said to you, he's the El Neni, he's going to be the new El Neni. The new El Neni, I'm not saying El Neni in regards to skill or El Neni in regards to talent or El Neni in regards to him being able to pass the ball or anything. I'm saying the position. You know the El Neni position, which is the backup to the backup.
Fourth. He should be fourth.
He's somebody or who's on his way out. And they've given him a new contract. He can still be utilized in games, but not as many games as he used to be able to play. And
Fernandinho to Jorginho, right?
Exactly. I just think he may not be able to play consistently at the high level, but he can still come in for certain games. You know what I mean? It's not disrespect.
He is the perfect locker room guy for sure. He is the perfect locker room guy. But listen to this, yeah. It all depends on Partey, bro.
Because exactly what I was
he's gone though. He's gone.
You know what I'm saying? No, but you don't know for sure, Saad, because he's.
I don't think he's gonna
wanting to stay. You know what I'm saying? But
no, he's injury prone as fuck.
It all depends on who we bring in as a midfielder, because we are gonna bring a midfielder, and if Partey is gonna stay or not. Because if Partey stays, Jorginho will be exactly the El Neni in this side. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Partey will get more game time if he stays fit. Big if. But I think Partey will overall get more game time, and Rice will get the most game time, of course, and the other midfielder that we bring in, inshallah, he would be good as well. He's going to get also more game time. Yeah, but he's also going to get more minutes than Jorginho. You know what I'm saying? So I think personally, I do not like the whole kumbaya thing. You know what I'm saying? I do not like that. So personally, if it was me, I would sell all the players that I deem old or not good enough anymore. I'm not saying
Maybe three
Jorginho is that
players
guy.
left.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But in this case, with this young team that we have, okay, I'm just saying if I was Edu and if I was the board, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not, so it's not going to happen. But this team has a big core of young players, okay? Jorginho is the perfect guy to share his experience to these players. Share this, because Declan Rice, like I said before in earlier streams, learned a lot from Jorginho as well. You know what I'm saying? This guy can bring a lot when it comes to his knowledge to the side and his experience and share his knowledge, because we need those things for the Champions League. We need those things for winning the league as well. You know what I'm saying? Because this guy has the know-how. But like I said before, bro, we don't know how he's gonna look next year when he plays. Okay, and I think ever since Partey started playing this year, I feel more safe. I feel like this is the way we actually want to play. And sometimes Jorginho, even though he played good, sometimes when he plays, he comes too short when it comes to his defensive abilities. And I think we need a more defensive player when it comes to his role. That's why Partey fits this perfectly, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm saying we need an engine when our two eights, let's say Mo and Deckers, aren't playing. Because if we don't have legs in that position in CDM to go ahead and try to cover up for let's just say a Kivior when he's back there, then we're gonna have issues. My thing is, okay, the whole Partey situation, yeah, he's just coming back. Jorginho signed a new contract. Unless we get in two new a CM and another DM, then I don't think Partey leaving is going to make any sense. I talked about the spine earlier. The spine for me is the most important part of it. And if we're going to spend supposedly this war chest that we have, and Dio, alluded to the whole FFP rules. Now we're restarting after year 3.
Mm-hmm.
Then we should go out and break the bank for $100,000 striker. But guess what? Are we going to be able to find 2 CMs or 2 DMs or whatever, however you want to split a CM and a DM, both for 50 million? What, 60-40, 70-30? Are we going to be able to count on them to go ahead and come in? If you were to tell me that De Jong would be coming in, shit, I'd be over the moon. Partey, goodbye. But the honest truth is, Partey can still offer us something. Obviously, with his injuries being an issue, with his injuries being an issue, I just don't feel that I'm going to get the same level of product. I'm Colombia, baby. I talked about the producto all day, okay? So if it's not A quality, then what are we really talking about here, bro?
Can I say something about
I can't lie, you man are, but just quickly before you go, Martin, because people are still on this Thomas Partey. Oh, let's see what he does next season. Let's do this, let's do that, bro. Partey's washed, bro. Injury wise, he's washed, bro. This guy's
we were just talking about keeping Jesus, and you're gonna go ahead and say Partey.
No. But Jesus has actually played a respectable amount of games, bro. This man has been out for almost the whole season.
When
he's
he's
on
come back,
timber levels.
When he's come back, when he's played against Chelsea, we bossed it. When he didn't play against Bayern, when he didn't play against Villa, we lost it, right? Yep. So I'm just looking at it. Don't we play a lot better with a Partey in our midfield compared to a style that Jorginho can bring to us right now? That's all I'm trying to get at. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm not discounting his quality as a player and his skill. I'm not discounting that. I know as a player, he is one of the best midfielders in the league, bro, or one of the best DMs in the league. I know. On his day when he is fit and he's fully fit and he's roaring and ready to go, he is. But all I'm saying is availability is the best ability. If he has no availability, that skill that he has means fuck all. Unless we're gonna keep him on as a backup, unless we're gonna keep him on as a bench player who only plays like 5 or 6 games a season. That's fine.
But if you want to, 5 or 6 games,
if you want to do that, you got to lower his wages down from 250k a week to something manageable. But I can't sit here and think as a company and as a football club and as a business, they're gonna sit there and be like 250 bags a week. If you look at the games that he's actually playing for us and how much he's actually giving back to us on this investment, I don't think it's right. I don't think it works out. So I think he's gonna be gone. I think it's the right thing for him to go, but you need to replace him.
Who would be the replacement that can spray and break lines like he's connected with Mo since he's played for us this season? We've seen that link up when he's there. Who else do?
Who is there?
I mean, listen, I saw Judge Mo in the chat. You know, maybe Colonaglu might be the one that spray passes coming from.
Listen, I'll be so real. We ain't scouts.
Big up Mo.
We ain't scouts. Do you know what I'm saying? So we won't know who these people are. But I
We're also not managers.
Trust in my club. I have trust in my club that we can actually trust them to have analyzed the situation, had the scouts out there looking for somebody that is exactly the prototype of Partey, somebody that can maybe is coming up and is like a, you know,
would you spend 100 million
younger,
would you spend another 100 million?
If it's not, then we get somebody who's ready now.
You know what it is, Sad? I agree. I agree with the injury part. Just one small thing, Martin. I agree with the injury part, but
there you are.
All I'm saying is bring it on. No. I'm just saying one thing.
Martin.
One thing.
There you are.
If we bring on Jorginho instead of Partey next year off the bench, that's a downgrade. That's all I'm saying. That's a downgrade.
So we need to be a little bit honest with ourselves about the games that Jorginho played this season, and it wasn't the El Neni minutes. It was the big ticket games where we knew we were going to be under the pump. So we had nobody else. I actually see Jorginho and Partey as one player. Like between the two of them, they can probably do that job next season. And I was with you, Saad. I thought that we were holding Partey off because we wanted to sell him. We didn't want to get him injured. But it seems like Arteta was like, we're going to rest you until you're actually like 100% fit. And then when you come back, you're going to be my guy for the end of the season.
That's what I've seen too.
If he decides that Partey can do one more season, I think he's only got one season left, right? So we probably have to give Partey a 1-year extension so that we can sell him for something at the end of next season. Because I'm not seeing anything in the market besides this Fofana guy at Monaco. Maybe is in the sort of price range, skill level thing, but I don't think we can get a Partey on the market. And
Partey played and Jorginho, 30 games last season, right? Partey played like 30 games last season.
Yeah.
So this is this first season where I think, in my opinion, it wasn't just injury.
Exactly.
All right. I don't think it was just injury. I think there was a lot more to that.
Yeah,
bro.
And you're gonna talk about certain situations.
I'm not saying nothing else. All I'm saying is I think there's more to it. Now that the air has cleared, the fart has left the room. Now we can all breathe some fresh air and just say, yo, okay, now let's go ahead and introduce him back in. Obviously, he was rusty from not playing for whatever reason, which is why I feel that the cards are being pushed back. It would make sense for us to go balls deep attacker, bring in that second choice DM. If Rice isn't going to play this DM role, we'll have somebody in that's going to learn from both Jorginho. Partey will be third string. And then whoever is there coming in as a new, midfielders is going to be wrapped around class. Let's be honest. Jorginho in the dressing room, Partey, and then Deckers. You're gonna mold a beautiful player there, in my opinion, man.
That's the only way. That's the only way.
That's the way I'm looking at it.
The only way I can accept Partey staying at this club.
That's the way it has to happen.
A mentor, but he's not going to become a mentor at his age right now. He can be playing at another league that is less physically demanding than the Premier League. He can be playing in Spain. Of course he can. Do you know what I'm saying? In Spain, it's not as physically demanding as the Premier League. There's not constant pressing. You ain't got two man on you right there, bro, ready to take the ball off of you. You get more space on the ball. You don't extend you don't really.
I don't think his injury was due to that, though.
Get rid of this guy has so many muscle tears and muscle strains and muscle things and that. Whenever it's muscle, that normally means that okay, allegedly. I don't care.
It was his groin, no?
Listen, whatever's going on with this guy. Listen, that baby shower pissed me off, bro. But all I'm saying is, no matter what happens, yeah, when you lot are sick, no matter what happens, yeah, all I'm saying is, for me, if he's staying here, him and Jorginho, they need to be mentors now. If they want to stay here, they need to lower their wages and they need to be mentors now. Yeah, we need you guys to help the young talent that we're gonna have coming through, like the Yusuf Fofana, who we will speak about in just a second, and the others who are gonna come through. You know, Bruno Guimarães is also linked. So these guys are still particularly young players. Do you know what I mean? So you need to help them and give them the experience that you've learned over the years of being here, especially and under Mikel Arteta and in his system. Do you know what I mean? Jorginho can use his experience from the Chelsea days and what he's learned from Arteta, because listen, Arteta would probably share more with him to more of a an extreme level, because you know he's been there, bro. He's been there and done that, so he's a bit more of an experienced player. He talked to him on a level because they're similar in age, bro.
The only thing I'll say is we can't afford to go backwards next season, right? So we can't get someone in that needs to be like get up to speed to partner Rice and Odegaard partnership, right? So maybe it's Rice and Jorginho as the 6 options, and we go for like a more attacking player in the left 8 to give us that other option there, rather than like trying to replace Partey right now. We push that down the road a little bit. So,
yeah, but we always been pushing that down the road for years.
Yeah,
that's my biggest problem, is that we always try to kick it down the road and hope
we
that
bought
it figures
Rice.
out. And then we lose an opportunity this transfer window because we want to wait for the next transfer window. We know
he's been an injury-prone player. He's been an injury-prone player. We're acting like his injuries have only
for us.
My question for all of you here is: everybody in the same camp that Deckers is more valuable to us as an 8 than a CDM?
Yeah, he is. He's gonna be an 8.
So then, what are we talking about?
Arteta hates having Rice as a 6. So please, guys, honestly, I've seen it, bro.
Yes.
He doesn't even like putting him.
No,
he doesn't even like put even if what's his name is the 6, yeah. Even let's say he plays Havertz, yeah.
Where?
No. Let's say if he played Havertz in the midfield, yeah, and he plays Rice in that 6 position. Rice is not even the 6 in that position. Rice is not even the 6 because Zinni, who comes in from the inverted thing, he plays as the DM, and Rice goes
not
forward,
playing anymore.
Bro.
Everyone's got their wish on
No,
that.
I know
the idea of Rice,
happy, bro. But
should be he's a DM, he's a centre back when we need him, he's an 8 when we need him. Like he likes these type of players where you can plug and play and just completely change the way we need to play. So I don't know. I would go for like a more attacking player. I don't think the DM position is going to be a big like changer for us because we've got so much strength there right now as is. We could take a risk and get rid of what we've got, get rid of Partey and Jorginho and buy someone else. But then I think that's a bit crazy. If you got like a Barella in or something like that, where it's like a very attack-minded player,
I would take that all day. But let's be honest, bro. They just won with
not him, but like that what I mean, like a forward attacking player, which is going to get us more goals because defensively, I feel like we're very solid. And I think
Fofana is maybe that guy, and because we are also linked with Zubimendi, and I think he will be more of the number 6 role.
Now that you've brought that up, that's a perfect segue. Let's move on to Yusuf Fofana. Linked to the club. They're looking to get him from Monaco. Looks like a very, very good young player.
Oh, now he does, huh?
Yeah, now
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. Float like the wind, man.
Listen,
go on.
Firstly, listen. All I'm saying is, I am still under the thought process that if we bring in a young player like this, we still need to go in for a world-class player. We do, yeah. And my mindset's not changed. I expect us to go out there and get a world-class player or somebody that's on the cusp of being world-class. Do you know what I mean? They're knocking on the door.
To be fair, Fofana is not that young. He's 25.
But I expect either way, maybe not in the same position, because I think Fofana, because I've actually gone and watched a couple of Monaco games and I've had a look from the games that he's played. I've watched some replays of games that he's played in. I've tried to look at he's a very good profile DM, bro. So I think he's definitely got some potential there.
He's not a DM. I haven't seen play DM.
A midfielder. He's a central midfielder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he more of a Tchouameni or a Camavinga?
It's a hard one. I think more like a Camavinga. Still, you know what I'm saying?
Good.
Because
I would take a
I'll be right back.
like that all day.
he is mostly a center mid, but the funny thing about this guy, he can also play in the wing. You know what I'm saying? And he's playing some games at the right mid and the left mid. And I think the reason why we are in for him is because we like that left-sided number 8 who goes forward, who goes back. You know what I'm saying? And if we are gonna play Fofana, it will probably be that position. You know what I'm saying? And I think he fits that role perfectly. Not only because center mid is his main role, he also can play, like I said, on the right and left mid. And that role that we want as that left 8, like how Xhaka played last year for us, I think that will fit Fofana perfectly, in my opinion, if we're going to play him in this midfield consistently. So that means Rice will be number 6 if Fofana starts in this midfield. You know what I'm saying?
Either way, bro, they got legs. And that's something that Partey and Jorginho don't really have.
Mm-hmm.
So
he's also not young.
We could go around this carousel of who come in, who's leaving. I'm upset because it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we all know here on this panel that we need somebody that's going to be available more than Partey and has a bigger engine than what Jorginho has. Now, can they go ahead and, pull the strings when it comes to finding a pass in behind? I just haven't got excited or haven't heard enough of midfielders other than the people that are mentioning here, Barelas and the De Jongs and
you say
for the quality, for the price that we're going to pay, I don't know if we're going to get the same quality.
But you say this about someone who's more available than Partey, but before this season, Partey wasn't really known for not being available. So by that logic, this Fofana brother could come in, not really be known for being injury prone, and then come to Arsenal.
Well said. Look at Timber. Look at Timber.
Yeah, exactly. Look at Timber. Like injuries happen, but
even Declan Rice got an injury for us this season. He never got an injury before.
The thing about Partey is I can't think of too many midfielders that can play that deep while still being that offensive. Like the way that he breaks the lines is in the way that he actually just him coming into the team makes Saka look like so much of a better player is just insane. So I don't know why. Do you know what? Yeah, I feel like as Arsenal fans, yeah, we're arguably one of the most bipolar fan bases on the planet, because I remember for a good 10 years, everyone was screaming, "Oh, why don't we have experience in these positions? Why don't we have depth?" And now we have Declan Rice, Partey, and Jorginho that can all play in the same position, but all of a sudden we want to get rid of Partey and Jorginho. It doesn't make sense to me. Why this is? But if anything, bring in this Fofana brother, and keep Partey and Jorginho, and then we have a midfield of Declan
How much is Fofana going for?
35 milli.
Bro,
that's nothing, bro. That's why I'm saying we can buy him and Zubimendi, and it will be around 80 million or something.
And a striker. Then there I may get rid of Partey if he brings in some change. But even then,
do you think it's like can do what Partey does?
That's what I'm saying. I'm putting my chips on Partey for another season. Like I said again, I'm of the old school mentality, man, and I think this younger generation isn't brought up, even though Partey's 30. You know what I mean? We're talking about a 5-year difference. I think they still have a lot more to offer coming from a school of Simeone, you know what I mean, compared to someone that's coming from France recently, you know what I mean? So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. Zubimendi, yeah, he's a Basque player, plays at Sociedad. They have a certain way of playing. You know, we got Odegaard, he played there. You know, we're linked to Isaac. Maybe I don't know what the cards may have for us in Zubimendi, but I haven't seen enough of Zubimendi to be pulling up trees and saying, "Yo, he's legit." You know what I mean? He could spray a pass. I just don't think he's mobile enough for us or physical in that sense. That's why I'd rather go for a Fofana, especially at that price point. For me, if we paid that amount for Vieira, bro, this is a no-brainer.
Because if you bring in Fofana but you get rid of Partey, what's changed? Nothing's really changed.
Okay, but that comes with keeping Partey. Then, if you're going to keep Partey, then you can bring in a Fofana, and he can become like a mentor to him and teach him the ropes. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think Fofana needs mentoring though. Like he's at 25. Like he's played ball long enough. Like
No, but he has. There's a big difference between Monaco and playing at Arsenal, bro. There's a big difference. There's a big gap in skill level that you have to have, bro.
Wait, hold on. So you guys want to have 17 DMs. Where are we going to have space for any other players? Because at this rate, we might as well.
Yeah, no, the way we invert, you're completely right, Dio. The way we invert, we have
bring Zubimendi, Fofana, Jorginho, Declan Rice, Thomas Partey, all of them.
Declan Rice.
Either way, you can have one of them.
Because
that's the
Declan Rice should not be playing CDM
unless the midfield profile that we're looking for right now. We're looking for a DM.
One at a time.
Sad. We've all seen that Arteta likes players that are like Swiss Army knives. Players that can play in multiple roles. And there's a reason he likes those kind of players. Because he would like to use them in certain games to change the entire thing. Like there are games where we would need to play Declan as a DM. Why? Because he suits that team that we're playing. Just because he's an amazing 8 and he can play DM does not mean that because we're playing a particular team, we must play him in the 8. The game has changed. And Arteta has realized that. That's why the players that he buys, like Timber can play left back, right back. Timber can play what's it called? DM. Like the players that he gets are usually players. Jacob Kiwior is a backup to Gabriel Magalhaes, but Kiwior can play left back. At the same time, Tomiyasu, same thing. So we've already seen the kind of players that Arteta likes. And I think as fans, a lot of times we like seeing the shiny things out there. We're like, oh, this guy is so good as a DM, bring him to my club. Look, the game is about winning for me, right? And here's the thing. I once heard someone say something, what's it called? Player and analyst say something. He says, it's about this was in baseball. He said it's about the runs. It's not about the player. It's about the runs. And what is runs? Runs equals wins. If you get the right pieces that can play multi positions, and in different games you're dynamic, which is why Luton's coach said something. He said Arsenal is a team that can play in different ways. This week you play Declan Rice in the 8 against Bournemouth. When we play them at the Emirates, we play Declan Rice in the 6. The person marking him doesn't even know where to go and start marking him again. That's how we are dynamic. So for me, if the player cannot play in multiple positions, I don't see Arteta getting them. I don't see Adrian Arteta getting them.
So that Fofana can, though. I'm not
saying he can't, but I'm saying in that position that we're talking about, we already have people there, and we have people that are solid.
But we're eventually Jorginho's legs are running out. But hold on. Jorginho's legs are running out. But Jorginho, hold on, Dale, 1 second. Because you're saying we have already got people there in those positions, bro. Their legs are running out, bro. Partey is on his last legs, bro, for us. He is on his last legs, bro.
Listen. The reason Thomas Partey had injuries that way is because we overplayed him. Now we have people in that position that have allowed him. Yeah, it's the truth. I'm telling you. Look at, okay, fine. He was injured all season. He came in and he played a few minutes here and there. Everybody was like, why don't we play Partey? I said he's not ready. When he was ready and we played him, we saw what he did. My point is, if we manage Partey's minutes and Jorginho's minutes and Declan, all who can also because Declan can play as an 8. Even Jorginho sometimes can play as an 8. If you want to play Declan as a 6, or if you want to put Partey as a 6, so what happens when, like, I just don't get it. We have people in that position, yet the position that we don't have anybody, a main striker, instead of us to be worried about that one and go ahead and pick out a main striker and be like, this is what we need. And then this idea that Partey's legs are finished, he's on his last legs. Are you Nostradamus? Have you seen the future? Do you know what this season holds?
Okay, so
we said that about Van Dijk. We said that about Van Dijk.
But Dio, do you know the fact of the situation is? Do you know what the fact is here? Yeah, the fact is, if you want to be like the best, yeah, i.e. Man City, we're going to talk about Man City again because they are the best at the moment. Yeah, the best Man City. What do? They don't wait. They don't wait until the player's done. And then they go out and they bring the player before it happens, bro. Before it happens, they bring him in. Yeah, when the player's on their last legs, then they say, okay, we could get another season out of him. We're gonna go now, and we're gonna get our player. We're gonna get the player that's gonna take over his role within the next 1 to 2 years. So they're now is the time to go for one of these players like a Yusuf Fofana, like Azuba. It's now's the time to hit for it, because you don't want to wait until you're done and then you actually need a DM or you need somebody in that position, and all of a sudden these guys are screaming, oh yeah, 100 mil, 120 mil. That's what you gotta come at us with. Do you know what I mean? You can't sit there and just wait for that to happen. You know what I mean? You have to act fast in this game where you are. You have to act fast, and whenever we come to the table, bro, it's never cheap. It's never cheap. If Arsenal come to the table, you're talking big money, bro. They see you. They see money signs right now because they know you're a big club. They know your pockets are full. They know your pockets are deep, so they can get the money from you guys. But that comes to us being able to, act fast and think about the future, because we're not only thinking about the here and now, we have to think about the future, because we want long-standing, long-lasting winning. You know what I mean?
We took a big step, bro. We took like 2 steps, in my opinion.
What, when we got Rice?
Signing, of course. Signing Declan Rice, we did it. Now that we have those 2 senior heads in the back, right? We're talking about putting Rice at CDM. In my opinion, what Rice does for us in a more attacking threat is a lot better than what I feel he can do for us on the defensive. I feel that he can give us more going up and down, box to box, than just putting him at the CDM role. He drives better with the ball. I don't think he is as good as spraying a pass like a Partey can. So why not then go ahead and bring in that hybrid where we can bridge the gap not only in the CDM level, but the CM level, where if Deckers need to go ahead and take a break, he'll come in and play that.
Is that not
left?
Is that not where obviously, because I think that kind of leads us into the next player that I wanted to talk about. We'll quickly talk about him and then we'll move on to the last player because the stream's going to get hella long. But Bruno Guimarães, that's where he comes in. Premier League experience. Can play can play as a midfielder in both roles, bro. I've seen him do both roles for Newcastle. I've seen him play at DM at times, and I've seen him play as a midfielder, box to box. You know what I mean? Doing his thing. So that's a player who already, as soon as I heard we're going in for Bruno Guimarães, bro, get me that guy now. I need him right now. 100 million. I don't care what it costs. Go and get it right now. Because Bruno Guimarães, not only has he got the skill and he's at that level, yeah, where he can take us up another level, him with Rice in that midfield. But not only can he do that, but also he's a piece of shit, and we need that. We need that in this team so badly, bro.
But unfortunately,
we need that guy that's a piece of shit, bro. That can just like annoy the team, bro. We already got Havertz, who's a piece of shit. So let's add another piece of shit.
Nobody could compare with my boy Benjamin.
Listen, okay, Ben White as well in the defense, bro. We got 2 of them already. Add a third, bro. Freezer. What is it? Freezer charm, isn't it? Isn't that the saying?
Third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm.
Third time's a charm. Third time's a charm, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. Listen, I butchered that one, but halas, we let it go. Yeah. So listen, I think it's a brilliant signing for us to go in for him. I think he's what we need, and I'll be so happy to get.
Can I ask you guys one question about this? Would you rather spend 100 million on Bruno G or Barella?
Barella's not coming, bro. Barella's not coming.
Why not?
That's
really think Inter is gonna say no to 100 million, bro?
I've looked but bro, I've looked at what this what he's actually said, and I've looked because Mo said something to me, yeah, and at the time I just passed it over my head, bro. I let it go over my head, yeah. Some of these Italian players are weird, bro. They don't like to leave Italy, bro. They don't. They want to be.
They're gonna come over here and eat that delicious pasta and meat that they serve over there in London. They ain't gonna do all that. They legit don't, bro. They legit don't. So I don't think Barella's really an option, bro. I don't think he'll leave.
Bruno Guimarães is an option. I don't actually think that's realistic.
He's gonna go to Man City and play with his boy Paqueta before he comes to us. That's what's gonna happen. You think that yes, he's going to elevate us, but you don't think Man City's going to be going in for him as well, especially with what Rodri looks like is being overplayed now at the moment. I just see Paqueta going there. That's already a done deal. They were best men for each other's wedding. Each one of them best mates. So if Paqueta's going there and they got rid of what's his face, Braids McGee, what's his name?
Calvin Phillips.
You don't think they're gonna look for another player in his role? Because Kovacic isn't really pulling out trees in there either.
Bro, listen,
if he comes to us, I'll take him all day, bro. I'll be happy as hell with him.
I think we can beat Manchester City to his signature. We've done it with Rice.
Don't you remember all that beef beforehand about how, he made that video when he signed for Newcastle and he was like, yeah, suck it, that's Arsenal, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
like, I don't see us going back in. I think we're not going to sign anyone that we think we're going to sign. We're going to sign some nobody out of nowhere and everyone will be like, this is shit. And then we'll change our minds like 6 months later and go, that was a really good idea. Because everyone that we've linked with is getting $100 million buyout clause slapped on their contract as soon as they're Arsenal's coming. Yeah, you're paying.
You man want man at the
funny
club
thing about Bruno Guimarães' contract.
Joking.
What do you mean? I want man who had dissed the club.
Joking. Absolute joking. Same way.
So that's
Newcastle.
That's Newcastle.
You want to Tony
Newcastle
club. Yo,
that's Newcastle. That's Newcastle. And what Newcastle do is what they do, innit?
Yeah, to be
it's
part
simple. It's simple.
But Bruno Guimarães
business is
has
business,
a clause.
Business is business. Business is business. You guarantee
these man acting like
do you guys know about his clause or not?
Bro, come on, man. Listen, I need to respect just quickly. I need to respect Donna's super chats because she sent super chats, bro. I got to respect
she threw it out there.
So Donna said, Mr. Kappa, where's my hola Donna today? And are you Tolga?
What? What is a Tolga?
I don't know.
Apparently that's your name.
But yeah, Capo. She wants you to say something. Please.
Nah, man. What's that blue box about, bro? I want to see some red. I want to see some orange. I want to see some fire. Donna, what you're giving me is ice cold right there. Nah, I don't want that. Nah, I want to see some red.
Your full name Tashriq.
Let's go.
Is your full name Tashriq, Mr. Capo?
Tashriq.
And then she said,
in Donna, in her dreams, it's Tashriq.
She said, Mr. Capo, I need your name to print wedding cards. Hey, listen. Hey, Donna, all I'm gonna say is, bro. Hey, listen, Capo's missus is gonna fight you. So
yeah, I thought Donna already had a thing.
I'm a married man. You know what I mean?
Are you
married to football and life?
Fairs. But listen. I'd watch out, man. I'd watch out, bro. You don't want to catch hands, bro. What Donna, please, wallah.
Donna's already got Mike Das, so I don't know why she's going up.
Yeah,
bro.
But listen, big up to
Mike
Donna,
Das moved to LA for a reason, bro.
Salud, Donna. Salud. Keep on coming back. Keep on coming back.
I respect Donna though for the super chats. Respect for the super chats. But I just listen. I'm not really with this emotional crap. Oh, he dissed the club, this and that. I couldn't give two flying fucks. If he said fuck Arsenal 2 years ago, and then this season he's playing for me and he's wilding out and going crazy and winning me titles, I really couldn't care, bro. I haven't got. I don't know about you guys. I haven't got no emotional attachment to this whole thing, bro.
Sad, I hear you on the skill set, right? He's an amazing player. But if he doesn't like Arsenal, doesn't want to play for us, all this we want him, let him get lost. Like, this is the point about having players come to your club as well. Like, okay, because you are the best player, and I'm coming to put down 100 million for you. I'll give you a typical example. We went in for Declan Rice. City came in for Declan Rice, and Declan wanted Arsenal. He chose Arsenal over City. If we going for Bruno G, we don't know if he dissed us 2 years ago, and maybe he genuinely doesn't like us. We've seen how he plays when he plays against Arsenal.
But he didn't diss us, though.
No. I'm coming. We've seen how he plays, elbowing people in the head. He doesn't do that with other teams. Who else has he elbowed this season except for Arsenal?
No, he elbows so many. Bro, he actually goes crazy, bro.
I know he acts crazy with a lot of other teams. But I'm saying he's not elbowed anybody else except Arsenal players. He's done crazy stuff with other teams.
Bro.
And I agree with you. So my point is,
go on.
Sorry, my point is at the end of the day, if we want the guy and the guy doesn't want us, let him get lost. Like any player, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, nobody's like he's a great player. He will be an amazing player for Arsenal to sign. But if he has an attitude and doesn't want us, please carry your bag and exit door. Yeah, let's get people that want to play for us 150%. People who want to play with a broken toe and put their best and up their skill set and win us trophies. Not somebody who just because you're good, we bring you in and then you now bring your toxicity and just mess up the whole place. Yeah, no. This is not sentiment. This is I want the best for my club, but I also want the best that fits with my club.
While at the moment, he is the best.
I know, but if listen, let me ask you a question. Would you take Bruno Guimarães, who decides that okay, I'm going to come, he's the best in that role, comes into the team, he's playing well, he's balling out, and because he thinks he's the man, he's giving attitude to other players, not passing the ball when he's supposed to pass it, do some crazy shit, like go somewhere, give somebody an elbow, get a red card out of the game, drop us to 10 men in the match, just because that's who he is, and he's
bro. This is not this, bro. This is Bruno. No. This is Bruno Guimarães, not Bruno Fernandes.
I agree with you. All I'm saying is on the pitch, if he does something crazy and we are reduced to 10 men because of his actions and lose a game, your skill set doesn't matter then. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter at that point.
Do you realize?
I hear that, but Xhaka said fuck off to the fans, and I don't mind a dickhead in this side. You know what I'm saying?
These guys lauded him. Look at it. I guarantee you, Hooks was like, "Oh my God, Xhaka! Oh please wear the shirt again for one more season."
Wait, what?
I guarantee you. I guarantee you, even though he said he told the fans to fuck off.
Wait.
Here's the thing, though. Xhaka had been with us for a long time. Listen, hold on.
Let me explain the allegation on his name.
This Xhaka example is not a good one because he had been with us.
Why is it not?
And because he had been with us for a while. He had played for us. He had given sweat and blood, even though he wasn't in the right position, even though he wasn't playing like the way we wanted him to play, even though he wasn't giving us what we expected. And when the fans turned on him, he got mad as well, and he said F off to the fans, right? But then you
know why? Because he's a dickhead.
But then when the
environment... You don't learn how to be a dickhead, bro. You are a dickhead.
When the environment was conducive and Arteta changed the environment, we saw the Granit Xhaka that could have been. And when we saw the Granit Xhaka that could have been, all of us were like, whoa, this is what we've been missing. That's exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to somebody from the outside. Think
that the environment won't change Bruno Guimarães then? That's the question.
I'm not saying the environment cannot change, but I'm saying based on what I have seen and what we have seen of him so far, I'm basing it on that. If he comes into the club and you're like, oh, we need that piece of shit, like you said, you want him to be that same Bruno Guimarães when he's at Arsenal. That's what you're asking for, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay, I mean skill set. I want his skill set. I don't want the attitude. That's all I'm saying.
I hear that. But I personally would have went for someone like Paqueta. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I see a Paqueta. No, not specifically Paqueta, but a player like Paqueta. You know what I'm saying? I think his play style fits our system better than Bruno Guimarães, and I also hear Dio's concerns. But in my opinion, if we are gonna splash 100 mil, I think we need to take this transfer really, really seriously and not just give Bruno Guimarães to put money because we've seen him for 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody can tell me that they watched this guy at Lyon because they didn't. You know what I'm saying? I think Bruno Guimarães could be a good player. Sorry?
Would you rather Douglas Luiz than Guimarães?
No.
You're asking the wrong guy.
No, I think Douglas Luiz is the most overrated player. And the price tag they gave him at January, it was astronomical and really unrealistic in my opinion. I think this guy is a 60 million midfielder at best. The fact that they asked for 80 to 100 million for him is, in my opinion, too much. I think Bruno Guimarães is then worth more that money, in my opinion, as well as Barella, as well as someone like Paqueta. You know what I'm saying? So we need to take into consideration because one of you mentioned Bruno Guimarães possibly going to City as well, bro. They are already gonna buy Paqueta for like 100. You know what I'm saying? Do you really think they're gonna go to Chelsea route and spend 200 in their midfield? I don't think so, bro.
And also the thing is, I think people are not even like.
They're gonna go to where?
Question. You can't. No. They're saying go to Chelsea route and spend like hella money.
Oh, okay.
The midfield specifically.
But I think also you have to understand that clubs soon enough are not just going to be able to spend hella money, bro, because the price cap is coming in.
You know what the price cap
price
does,
cap
though?
is coming in though, so you can only spend a certain amount, bro.
5 times
in that,
the TV money of the bottom club, right?
Yeah.
Like, so it's going to be
Which
500
is-
million.
which is about 500 million, but that's over a 3-year period, 500 million. And let's say, for instance, if we're doing that,
That's
well,
set in
you can
stone, yeah?
only that's been agreed on with all the club. I think the only clubs that disagreed on it were Manchester City, Chelsea, Man United, and Aston Villa.
Of course,
Those are
they
the only
did.
clubs that disagreed on it.
Of course, they did.
Well, Martin, the City fan, was saying that they're locking up the deals on Guimarães, Paqueta, Frimpong, and they've got that
Who said
Salvio
that?
guy coming in from.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I heard too, Martin.
Martin, the Man City Mancunian way guy.
Right, because all I've heard was that they agreed a deal in print, or they agreed terms with Paqueta, and Bruno Guimarães is being looked at by Manchester City and Arsenal.
Mhm.
Who did Man City buy last summer that raised your eyebrows? Guardiola was right, but he wasn't like a wow signing. He was a very good player at a young age and still to develop. So that was obviously it worked for the now, but it's also for the future.
Mhm.
Like, they haven't spent anybody on the attacking or the midfield role. Look at what they did with Kovacic. So I think they're going to go ahead and go guns blazing in this summer.
And I'm not that impressed by Paqueta and Guimarães for like a City level team. I just don't feel like it's the level. I feel like it's more of the Nunez type signings. Yeah, I'm not that hyped about this.
Oh, you can't compare Nunez.
Sorry.
Oh, yo.
Yeah,
we need pseudo
Martin,
creme
that's a
for that
stinker,
one, bro.
right?
We need
Oh,
pseudo creme.
That's a stinker. That's a stinker. I
You're
can't
buying
lie.
players from
Bro.
West Ham and Newcastle to like restock Man City with Gundogan and Bernardo Silva going. Like, they're not at the same level. They're like
Okay, so wait. By that logic, Rice is not the level. Then is Rice the level?
Rice is a different. Well, I mean, for us, he was a level raiser. For City, he wouldn't have been a level raiser.
Guimarães or Kovacic?
For City, 100% he would have been a level raiser.
No, he wouldn't.
He's raising the bar. He's raising the bar, whether you think so or not. He's raising
They would have played him in the 8, bro. If we're being realistic, they would have played him in the 8. I think they would have played him in the 8, and they would have played De Bruyne in front of them.
Fortunately, we'll never have to find out.
Yeah, fortunately, we don't have to.
Listen, if that were the case, bro, you could say, take care of Man City, and
yeah, they're gone,
place
bro.
is all we got, bro. Because
Maybe by then they will get the 115 charges and they will relegate, and then we can, you know what I'm saying, buy Guimarães.
I'm tired of that talk too, bro. That shit will never.
Apart from that, listen, I want to go on to this last topic that we need to talk about, which absolutely stinks and it reeks, and I don't want it anywhere near my club. Marcus Rashford in recent days has been linked to a move to Arsenal. Now, for me, his attitude stinks. His mentality stinks. So I'm not gonna say his attitude, to be honest, because he's a good guy off the pitch.
I'll take him in a heartbeat, bro. I'll take him in a heartbeat.
Doing stuff outside the club, helping kids and stuff like that. His mentality stinks. I've seen this guy just walking on the pitch and letting players just go past him. Already, in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck is going on there, bro? Why are we even linked to this guy? And they're not even talking about small bucks, bro. They're talking about 70, 80 million. 70 to 80 million, bro. Which is nuts for me. I can't lie to you, man.
So based on that, they're saying that he's better than Havertz with that price tag?
Yes.
Why are you looking so serious when you ask that, bro?
No, I'm just listen. I would take Rashford in a heartbeat, fellas.
Thank you, Capo. Thank you.
To serve food to our players in the lunchroom.
Yeah. You know what? Hooks was like, I got someone with me. I got someone with me.
Obviously, the brainless. Like, look,
so obviously Hooks believes
the only problem I have is the price tag. No, the only problem I have is the price tag.
I would take Rashford. Rashford wouldn't be my let's actively go out and get him. But if Arteta wants him, then I
If
don't
if Arteta wants him, that means Martinelli's out the
No,
door.
let's not do this, okay? Because
Like-
Arteta wanted Nuno Tavares, and look what happened, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No, come on,
Not
no,
every player he wants is good.
let's not do this. Let's not do this because
Arteta wants us to have
I
us
will
and look
do
at
this.
what he's doing. Arteta
I-
wants us
okay.
to have us and look at what he's doing. So what?
Okay, let me look up the list, okay? I'm gonna name 50
PK.
players now, okay? Are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do this?
Get him,
personally
TK.
think-
Get him, TK. I took the leash off. Get him.
Okay. One thing about
personally
Rashford.
think that Rashford would bang at Arsenal. The
That's not a bad
problem,
thing. It
Why?
totally
No,
would.
no, but you need to unpack
the
that.
problem
Unpack that.
with
No, unpack
Rashford,
why.
the problem with Rashford is he is in a club that has absolutely zero stability. If you put him into a team that has stability, plays the same brand of football all the time, has players around the pitch that
Yo,
will
highlight
actually
MDL right
support
there.
him,
Highlight
he
MDL.
will score more goals from the left than Martinelli. That's just facts. He will do that. He already has a good partnership with Saka. We see it when they both play for England. Let's not act like Rashford is this super dead guy. Like everyone's just completely ignoring the context of Manchester United.
Yo,
like-
but bro, you as
So
a
what parts
professional-
of his game,
as a
though?
professional, as a Man United kid growing up, you're gonna tell me that you're gonna go ahead and walk and sulk and all that crap? Like, let's be honest, bro.
He's
I
a
know he's
human
around.
being,
He's
man.
surrounded by shit.
Can we stop putting? Can we stop putting footballers on pedestals like they're gods? He's a human being. Yes,
He's a human being that is also a
can be
professional.
emotionally
And if I
affected.
were to go ahead and try to hire somebody
Yeah.
to work for me,
But what-
I'm not hiring somebody with that mentality, bro. That's that.
Okay,
If
but
you-
what about
Hit
his
the fan,
mentality
and then
from
I
the
can't
season
count
before?
on you. What the
Well,
fuck?
what about his mentality from the season before when he virtually carried them on his back?
Why can't he do that again?
I'm just asking because obviously we're doing this thing where we only look
Listen,
at one
I don't have a
season,
problem with
because when you
Rashford.
need
I
one
I
season
feel
left.
Rashford is
It's not
in
one
a
season.
toxic environment. The kid is a baller, in my opinion. I think he's got a lot to offer. But if you're feeling bad for yourself and you're at the pinnacle at the club that you grew up with, you know, for you to make a lateral move to Arsenal, maybe it might wake him up. Maybe it might kind of refresh his career. Who knows?
Yeah.
Sometimes-
All I
Maybe-
know is that I'm not
Sometimes-
paying all that money for a Rashford.
Yeah. Look, I don't want to spend that type of money either. Like, if you're telling me that if for us to sign Rashford, we have to spend 80 million on him, I would rather spend the 80 million somewhere else. What I am saying is, if we sign him, I'm not gonna. Oh man, where did we sign Rashford, man? Oh, cry, bare tears. Because by the way, bare of you, man, say you're not scouts. Yeah, and you know what? You're also not managers either.
I'm a
Yeah.
scout.
Are you sounding? Are you?
Do you know who is a manager? Arteta. So if Arteta wants him, cool.
I'm a manager.
Let me,
Okay.
I'm a
Okay,
coach.
so-
I do all
okay.
that, bro.
okay, here
You know
we
what
go.
I'm saying?
No,
Okay,
okay.
we
One
we
thing
are
about
no. What I find annoying is that we're doing this thing that we're just gonna blindly back everything that this guy does. You know what I'm saying? Because he
said
had
earlier. You
he
said
had
earlier.
he had. No, I'm not talking about Rashford. I'm talking about Arteta
I was
because he
shook
had
about
made
this.
he has made mistakes in the past when
Yeah,
it comes
yeah,
to
he has.
transfers. You know what I'm
So
saying?
has
And what I'm
everyone.
saying with Rashford is, I disagree with you when you say he is in a toxic environment. I think he is part of that toxic
As a
environment.
top-
I think he is part of why United is in this place right now. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Him
But what
and Bruno
about
Fernandes are their two main players.
I'm
And
sorry.
look at how
what
shit
about-
they
I'm
both
sorry,
are, bro. You know
what
what I'm saying?
about if the little
You
boy
cannot tell me.
inside him wants
Okay,
to
TK,
be
go
all
ahead.
love-
Go ahead.
all love from
You
me.
know, every time I want to speak, I get interrupted, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I know the
You
feeling.
guys,
What?
can we let him speak?
feeling.
Guys, seriously, can we let him speak? And let's just let him land this point.
Let me fix my hair
And
real
then
quick.
Because the biggest problem with Rashford is his inconsistency. Okay, even when he was at a good environment, even though United were, you know, gelling with each other, blah blah blah, he was still inconsistent. He had a season where he played decent. The season after that, he was shit. Then he played a season decent again, and the season after that, he went shit again. You know what I'm saying? This guy, as a whole, as a player, ever since he joined United and started playing, he has been the most inconsistent player I've seen for them. And I've said for years that the fact that this guy is their franchise player is the reason why they're in this shit in the first place. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
bucks that this guy earns, the money that United wants for this guy, bro, it goes way too far. The only club that would realistically buy him for that money is PSG, and he is also a PSG player, because PSG is that club that just spends money on on mid players and act like they are big players. You know what I'm saying? We are not going to do that because you guys said this before. One of you guys said it. We are not that Arsenal that just splashes money on everyone. You know what I'm saying? If we spent 80 million on Rashford, that means that Arteta thinks that this guy will be an important player for this team. Because
where's he gonna play? Striker or left wing?
Left wing.
Exactly, bro. But the one thing for with Rashford is, apart from cutting inside and shooting from outside the box, what can this guy do realistically?
He serves kids, bro. Are you serious?
Yeah, but we're not. Allah.
What about if a little boy?
Disrespect him. He can dribble. He is a threat. Like he is a threat. And on the consistency point, goal. Not entirely true.
You lot are way behind me, bro.
On the consistency point, not entirely true. Because 2018-19, and then the following season.
I think it all went downhill when Ronaldo.
He got double digits GA. It was only the season after that where it dipped, and then the very season after that he got double GA again, and then it's only this season he's one off being double GA. So he has his ups and his downs. So does every other player. Like whoever it is that you want throughout their career has probably had inconsistent patches.
He is too off from double digits, by the way.
No,
our bench player has more goals than this guy. Okay, I do not want to hear it, bro.
Yeah, 7 goals and 2 assists. He's one off double GA.
Double G.
Wait, he got how many?
My bad. I brain farted. I thought you meant goals. My bad.
7. He's got 7 goals and 2 assists this season.
Yeah.
7 goals and 2 assists. Is that all comps?
No, that's just Premier League.
I think fundamentally you'd have to show that he's able to do the defensive stuff, which we ask of our attackers. But
this is the only thing.
Maybe the little boy inside him just wants to win trophies. You know, we owe them one for RVP. So, you know, I'd be happy to give it a shot for the right price.
When was the last time we won a trophy?
Everybody's available for the
last season.
We're closer to winning the league than United.
Was actually a good player, though, bro.
Relax. Let me make my punchlines.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, but I don't think he's a priority. If he came, I would back it like I did with Havertz, but I wouldn't be that excited about it like I was with Havertz. So
yeah, exactly.
It's an unlikely signing, but we may have to get creative to buy players which people aren't expecting us to buy. And Rashford we know he has the quality in him to be, probably a goal scoring.
What does that say to our salary? Having Havertz, having Rashford, having Partey, how much is Declan Rice on right now?
Why do we care more about the salary than the club?
I'm just thinking. I'm just saying. Instead of buying one Rashford, maybe we could get 3 different fucking versions of Rashford in 3 different positions. That's all I'm saying. That's all. That's how I'm looking at it.
With all the money that we can supposedly spend, and this FFP thing coming to an end, like signing Rashford is not going to block us from signing.
Take a guess.
Rashford is going to turn into Cashford.
Now, hold on. But Kappa, one sec.
He's on over 400k now.
No. He's on 300k.
300k
a week. 300k a week.
But look.
The bonuses.
Look. I don't do investment banking football in it. I honestly don't give 2 shits what a player earns. I don't give 2 shits how much you pay a player. All I care about is when you're on the pitch, you do your job. I don't have any financial ties to Arsenal. I don't have any stocks or shares in Arsenal. I'm not part of the Arsenal board. If them man decide, yes, we can financially afford to pay Rashford 350k a week, then you know what? They can afford to do it. We generate enough money. Why can we stop doing this? Oh man, we spend too much on wages, man. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Do you know what that thinking got us? Shall I tell you where that thinking got us? We're shipping out players for free. There you are. Just terminate your contract, bro, and just leave us alone, bro. Just terminate your contract, bro. Let's just terminate your contract, bro. Please. Hooks, you are trying to. If you this is why you can't be the owner of the club. This is why you can't be the owner of the club.
Maybe we should collect them.
If you had that mindset, if you had that mindset,
club, do what I say.
If you had that mindset, like what? Get Havertz.
What? But you're saying this, but the owners of a club do what I say. So
How?
what? So what?
How
now?
did they do what you say?
So
how
what
did they
now?
do what you say?
How much?
No, but how did they do what
How
you
much
say?
is Havertz on? How much is Havertz on?
Oh my God! Why does bro? This is why I was so shook. I swear
How
I
much is
hated
he on?
this, bro.
How much is he
I
on?
knew that it was that. This
How
Havertz
much is he
thing,
on?
He's on 275k.
Would you pay him 275k if you ran a club?
No, but
Well, the people that do run a club pay him 275k.
We made this mistake here of paying him that much. Yeah, now it's actually paying off because it's actually paying off now because he actually is providing the goods.
Whoa.
Yeah. But the thing is, no, but there's a difference. There's a difference.
So it can't be a mistake, though. It can't be a mistake, though. It doesn't matter whether it's the striker or the midfielder. It can't be a mistake. It can't be a mistake. You pay somebody to do something and they're doing it, and you say it's a mistake. The only reason you're calling it a mistake is because you thought he was failed.
I don't want to mute everybody, and everybody's gonna get muted, and I'm the host, so I can do that. So please, can we relax? Bro, the thing is with me, yeah, he might hold on, because I actually need to land it, bro. Because you're saying, oh, they paid him all this money and this and that. Okay, fine. Havertz is a lucky one, bro. We got lucky with that, yeah, that he actually came in and he was able to be put back into the mojo of actually performing. This guy looks knackered, bro, and not only once have I seen him drop a stinker of a season to try and he has a banger of a season. Yeah, this has happened twice in his career so far. He plays very good. Yeah, he plays very good. He gets a new contract, and then he has a stinker season after. He done that the first time when PSG were all over him, and he got the new contract, which put him up to 250k a week. And then he done it last season, where he goes, oh my God, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna get us top 3. We're gonna finish in the top 4, guys. We're gonna do this. Yeah, he does it. He does it.
I don't think left wing is our issue.
Last season, he does it last season. It's not even about left wing is the issue. It's not even about left wing because I think we need to get another explosive winger. I do. I think we need to go get another explosive.
Make an offer for Cole Palmer.
I don't think it's
bro. That's 150 million you're talking about there. But all I'm saying is now,
we should buy Grealish.
I think because if you actually read the whole thing that they've said, yeah, they want to bring Rashford in. They want to play him as a striker. So we don't need to worry about left wing. They want to play him as a striker. That's what the actual article says. They want to bring in Rashford, and Mikel Arteta wants to play him as a striker.
I think that's even worse.
Okay,
I think so as well. I think so also. I
assumed you'd come in as a left winger.
No. So I should have given you the
article. Actually said they are the ones speculating that they didn't say Mikel Arteta wants to. So you have to rephrase that because Mikel Arteta has not said anything. The article is speculating that.
When has Mikel Arteta? When has Mikel Arteta ever said anything?
That's what I'm saying. So we can't say. Listen to this. A journalist goes out and speculates that this is what he thinks based on what the market is saying. And then we come here and we say, well, because Mikel Arteta wants to play him as a striker. There's, and this is why these conversations go pear-shaped and we start talking down on our gaffer because we're taking somebody's speculation that is not true. Hold on. Somebody's speculation that has not been confirmed by the club that is not true. And then we take it and then we put it on our gaffer's head and make it something that he said. He did not say that. Let's clarify these things. But we can talk about the journalist and the article that he wrote saying, of course, Rashford, if he's available, Arsenal wants to go for Rashford. Arsenal should go for Rashford. It's not that Arsenal has said they want to go for Rashford, right? So I don't see why we keep hammering down on our own club, like when it's speculated information on transfers. The only time I feel that we should be able to hammer down on our club is when we hear that our club is in talks. Exactly. Then now you can say, hey, what are you guys doing? But if a journalist wants to speculate, they will speculate. Do you know how many people have been linked with us? And every time somebody's linked with us, the first thing I hear most fans say is, "Oh, Mikel Arteta doesn't know what he's doing. He wants to get that guy." Have you heard the club say they want to get him?
Who said that?
5 minutes ago, you just said Mikel Arteta wants to play him as a forward. So forget the forward. You just made that statement. That's why so
Dayo, you wouldn't
Dayo, that is what the No, but that's the thing.
That means he has to fight against.
If I'm going by an article, and I am basing this live stream, but we're talking about Rashford, I'm basing this conversation off of that article that's come out. I've not pulled this out my ass.
I know.
And
What
I'm saying,
saying is,
he's
what
gonna
I'm
play as a
saying is-
striker.
no, what
I'm just
saying-
going by what the article says.
The
You're
article
never gonna
says-
get Mikel Arteta come out and say, I
all
do
I'm
like
saying is the
Rashford. I want to
article-
play him at striker.
The
You're never gonna get
article,
that, bro.
the article is speculating, is what I'm saying. So I'm saying when we're having these conversations, we shouldn't be saying things like, you can say, this article is speculating that if Arsenal do get Rashford, they might want to play him up front as a striker. Not Mikel Arteta wants to play him up front as a striker. There's two different things you say there. When you say Mikel Arteta wants to, most
fine.
fans begin to then shit on Mikel Arteta by saying, see, well, he doesn't have talent ID. He's going to come now and bring Rashford and play him up front. We can talk about the journalist and the article is what I'm saying. Like, we can keep that conversation as what it is and not then label it that it's our club doing it or it's Edu or it's Mikel Arteta, because they're not the ones. They're not the ones saying anything right now. And
Yeah,
I
bro,
get it.
Crazy.
And I get it.
It's crazy how we're linked to these players. And the last thing that I want to do is take a page from what we learned at Man City with Jesus and Zinni, and then bringing in a Rashford, let's just say. Havertz came, all right, he's proven us wrong, but I want to see more of it. He just came in. It was his first season. We all know that he's much better as an attacking option. That's where I would want him. So if we're going to go ahead and bring in a Rashford, unless he's playing as a striker down the middle, we're either going to have to sell Martinelli. We have Trossard there, where he's playing left wing striker. So I don't believe all this Rashford talk.
Apparently,
Kudus go ahead and try to get his value up there. Yes, he's a more experienced player. Yes, he has a lot of minutes and experience under his belt for Man United. And maybe, he might want to win some trophies. But if he wanted to win some trophies, he'd go to a club that is actually winning trophies. Unless we win something this summer, then what is all this talk about, bro? I just feel like we're going around in circles, getting all upset about each other. Then we're going to have another Havertz-type player playing for us under our ranks. And then what we've
I think Rashford is worse.
In terms of harmony, I just don't see Rashford adding to that harmony. I think he's just going to come in and be a pristine player, and we're going to see another Aubameyang kind of situation happen. I think Arteta's smarter than that for him to go for a player like Rashford. That's
worse. With Rashford, it's worse because Havertz was not the problem at Chelsea. Rashford is the problem at United. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he's the problem at United. Imagine trying to step back and seeing like Bruno Fernandes and Maguire and all those guys. Like I would
with Rashford as well, yeah. Mm-hmm. But but
between him and Bruno Fernandes, they've both literally said they've shut up shop and said they don't want to. That you can see on the pitch, bro. The way they play sometimes, they shut up shop. They throw their toys at the pram. They're two big babies in that Man United team. Big babies, because they love to cry and throw their toys at the pram. I've seen them do it multiple times. But if you do want me to rephrase the wording, 100% I can rephrase the wording. But from what I'm actually seeing off of the actual post, it says this is exactly what the actual post. Now this Indie Kayla News. I know he's got 400k followers of Indie Kayla. Wherever it is, bro. Wherever it is, Indie Kayla. But whoever he is, bro. Yeah. He's got 400 something thousand followers. You know what I mean? He's pretty legit by the looks of it. He said, it could be bots. Who knows? He says Arsenal looking to sell Gabriel Jesus in the summer, which obviously has come out today. So he got that right from days ago. It looks like. Actually, no, it's 1 day ago. Sorry. So he got that right from yesterday. Arsenal looking to sell Gabriel Jesus in the summer. Arsenal want to sign a new centre forward who can press and bring others into play. Mikel Arteta believes he can turn Marcus Rashford into an elite striker. Now that's what the report says. Yeah, that's what the report says. It's not what Mikel Arteta is saying. Just so I can clarify, so nobody is dissing.
I just hope
you, no, hard. I hear you, Sad, but this is funny because we all just agreed, and I'm on your side. We all just agreed that you will never hear Mikel Arteta come out or any coach or manager at that say, "Oh, I want this player because he's going to come to my club and he's going to change." Even when we're going after Rice, you never heard Mikel say anything, right? So it's always funny when these articles come out and they say something like Mikel Arteta believes that even they know that they can't say Mikel Arteta said because they know he hasn't said. They're just trying to get clicks and baits and people just talking. So they say believe that he can turn Rashford around. Using the word believe, and it's so annoying though. The thing it pisses me off.
This is only coming up because of what he's doing with Havertz, bro. That's how I'm looking at this.
Yeah, it pisses me off.
I think it's just clicks.
Me off.
And but the one thing, the biggest issue for me about this transfer, and I'm gonna be objective now, okay? I was objective the whole time, by the way.
There you are.
I just don't like Rashford, bro. I think any player that we would buy from United right now would be a mistake because that club right now is in a
Kobe is the only one.
Except
Kobe Manu is the only one, yeah.
You don't want Sancho?
Wait, who?
No.
Sancho.
No.
Hell no, bro. No.
Well, anyway. If we buy Rashford for 80 million, I'm just gonna say this right now, guys. Okay, this is not an agenda. This is facts because this is how Arsenal moves as a club. If we buy Rashford for 80 million, we will not buy another striker, and he will be our main striker. You know, all that rumors about us buying that high-profile, expensive striker. Rashford would be that guy if that happens.
Imagine Rashford and Havertz leading the line, bro. Oh my days.
But you might not know.
Imagine him winning the league, bro.
Yo.
Yeah. For example, Hooks. I would rather risk a Gyökeres than a Rashford.
Yeah,
personally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll agree. I got to roll, boys.
Gyökeres is my main.
Yeah, listen. Anyway, we're gonna end the stream. We're gonna end the stream because Martin has to go. So does Capo. I don't want to keep them for too long, man. We kept you for long enough, lads. I'm sorry. Just quickly, you just need to get the other super chats done quickly. What is it here? Donna Cullen comes back, says, "Mr. Capo, all my fire, all my being is made for you." Okay.
All right, sorry, Donna, man. Bye, guys.
Laters. Now give me that Ola Donna today.
Nah, you got to keep on coming back. Consistency. All right. Just like I asked for Kai Havertz, consistency. I'll be back again. I'm glad you're here, though. I'm glad you were here. Take notes.
There you are. Big up to Capo, listen, people, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for joining us today. Make sure you're smashing that like button for me if you're watching this on the replay. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Also, get that done for me ASAP. We will be passing you over. To
later.
Let's pass you over to troops. Yeah, make sure you're smashing that like button. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, people. Peace.
Fuck.